Preseason pick to win it all this year, Georgia is off to a great start with a 9-0 record, including several big wins at the Shiners Children's Clearwater Invitational at Eddie C. Moore Complex over the weekend, with wins over Oklahoma State, UCLA, and a 20-10 pounding of Florida State. Texas is showing that they deserve their high ranking in the polls with wins over Tennessee and Stanford on Friday night in Clearwater, Florida. LSU took care of business also in Florida, including a upset win over Oklahoma State at the Clearwater Invitational to remain unbeaten. LSU head coach Beth Tarina recorded her 500th win at LSU with the victory and became the second coach in program history to reach 500 wins. Tarina is now 27 wins away from passing LSU Hall of Fame coach Yvette Girouard as the program's most winningest coach. Tennessee had a rough day one at the 2024 Shriners Children's Clearwater Invitational, dropping 2 games despite strong pitching and out-hitting its opponents. In Game 1, Tennessee fell to Stanford 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. In its second game against Texas, the Lady Vols again came out on the wrong end of a 2-1 score. The Clemson Tigers are now 6-2 after dropping the final game of the Puerto Vallarta College Challenge, 6-3, to Mississippi State on Saturday afternoon. Penn State is currently tied for the best start in program history with a 7-0 overall record, matching the starts set by the 1974 and 2023 teams. PSU returns to action next weekend, Feb 23-25, at the Liberty Softball Classic, with games scheduled against St. Francis, host Liberty, a pair of contests against Morgan State, and a single game against Penn. The Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns softball team fell to a record of 5-5 after being swept in a doubleheader against Baylor, 6-0, and 3-2 on Sunday at Yvette Girouard Field at Lamson Park. Texas A&M is off to a 9-0 season start after defeating Oregon on Sunday afternoon by the score of 2-0. Alabama stayed undefeated, 10-0, with their win over Southern Indiana Sunday afternoon in the Easton Bama Bash played at Rhodes Stadium. Missouri softball continued its winning ways on Sunday at Lovelace Stadium with an 11-2 run rule win over host team North Texas at the Tracy Beard College Classic. The 10-0 start to Missouri's 2024 season is the best start for them since the Tigers opened the 2009 campaign 12-0 en route to a 50-12 finish that season. Ole Miss softball took down Pitt 2-1 in a pitcher's duel to win its 9th straight game and secure its best start through 10 games in program history on Sunday morning at Bailey Park. Ole Miss now has a record of 9-1. Wisconsin fell to 4-6 with their loss to Washington 9-1 in 5 innings during the final game of the Clearwater Invitational in Florida. Washington was the 4th-ranked team that Wisconsin played during the tournament, with the Badgers losing all 5 of their matchups. That's all for this episode.